Should I, oh, just make sure the, oh, okay, that's all good.
Yep. All right, guys. Welcome to the stream. We'll wait a little bit here for people to join in. I've got a bit of a horror-themed stream today where the most terrifying thing is going to be me eating Chipotle. No, okay. Welcome. Just give it a minute here. There we go. What's up, guys? How are we doing today? Everybody ready? Everybody spooked? Mecha Godzilla. Everybody, there we go.
All
What's
the
up,
usuals.
guys? K.
What's up, Barton?
All
Good
right, there we go.
afternoon.
Afternoon? Oh, yeah, it's afternoon. Sure.
Yeah.
Evening, almost nighttime.
I don't know.
What's up, Amy? Welcome.
What time it is for them, so.
Naeem, don't say anything about the movie, please, because we haven't seen it yet, so we're watching it tonight. How'd you see it? It's not out yet. Wow.
Are they in a different, probably a different time
Must
zone?
be. So, this is a bit of an impromptu live stream. I know we didn't tell you guys we're going to be doing it. First of all, it's a bit of a mukbang. Sorry about that. I had no time in my life, so we're eating on stream. But I figured we would hang out, kind of have a cool discussion about the Conjuring and the Conjuring universe, because we're going to be staying up late tonight and watching Conjuring 3 when it comes out on HBO Max, and they'll do a reaction and a bunch of stuff like that. So we figured we'd come on here, hang, we could talk about the Conjuring. You guys could tell us freaking, questions or whatever, your favorite part or your favorite movie or whatever, and we just hang out like usual. To all of you guys who are new to the stream, welcome. Why must you do this when I was about to watch Annabelle Comes Home?
Because.
Annabelle Comes Home reaction is supposed to go up in like 15 minutes, I think, but maybe it's out right now. Who knows?
Oh, is it not up?
Yeah.
Oh, well, how are they getting it?
It might just be going up right now then. Who knows? Oh, you saw it because you were in the UK.
It seems a few people did.
All right, well, guys, don't spoil it for us, okay? Because
No, they're good, though. They usually don't spoil it.
yeah, Leslie, you can save the live for later. All right, what's up, guys? So, the Conjuring universe. We're basically okay. Apparently, the Curse of La Llorona is the only one that we missed.
I think
But
it's like
also,
La
apparently,
Llorona or something.
I don't know how to say it. Whatever the one. Anyway, apparently, I've also heard it's not part of the Conjuring universe. Like, people say both, okay? Because you guys were saying it was, but then I looked it up, and Warner Brothers was saying that it isn't. So it kind of seemed like it was a regular movie, and they kind of just BS'd it and said that it was a Conjuring movie and, like, added some Easter egg or something in it.
I mean,
So,
could they have, like, added some little thing and it's like,
Yeah,
it's in the
so
same world or something?
I think so. So anyway, that's one of the reasons why we didn't end up watching it. We may watch it later, but we didn't end up watching it. But we did watch the other Conjuring movies. And, yeah, they're all pretty good. I'm down with it. That movie sucks. Doesn't think it's part of it. Favorite Ed and Lorraine moment? Why don't you start? That's a great question. What's your favorite Ed and Lorraine make... Okay, the reason why the Conjuring trilogy, or series, trilogy, both, I guess, is going to be so amazing is because I think Ed and Lorraine Warren make it.
Dude, like, you rarely get characters that are like Ed and Lorraine, or just, like, lovable characters like that in horror sort of movies, right? A lot of times in horror movies, I feel like, the characters feel like a bunch of, college kids or teens or something like that, right?
Well, they're always like the victim.
Yeah, and then they, like,
as much like...
are thrown into this horror situation.
Yeah.
And then their decisions are kind of dumb, and then you don't really like them as characters, so you're at that point you're almost rooting for the monster rather than the people, and then it's like, I'm serious, it gets to that point. Like, I've seen a decent amount of like lower budget horror films.
I mean, we've
There's
watched a bunch of horror on the channel.
But we've been watching some decent ones, right?
Yeah.
But since my brother loves horror, right?
Yeah.
We watched a lot of, like, not the best ones. And so a lot of times it's usually, that group of friends, kind of dumb, not that likable, and then, you end up, like, cheering for the monsters at that point.
Which I think is part of it. Like, I think there definitely is a genre of horror movies that's, like, you kind of hate these characters. They're kind of douchey. We're gonna kill most of them, if not all of them.
Yeah, but like in these horror movies, at least from what I'm saying, it's like, Ed and Lorraine are super likable, and it makes you feel like you want to cheer for them. And not only that, they don't feel completely helpless in their situation. Yeah. Right? Whereas a lot of horror movies, like, not that it's bad. I'm just saying what's different about it, right?
Yeah.
A lot of times you feel very helpless, like, we can't do anything. We're just running and being scared, basically, right? But in these ones, it's kind of like, they kind of know their stuff, They're kind of like experienced veterans. So you have this weird, unique kind of take on the horror situation where it's like, we can still fight this, but we're still scared,
Yeah. First of all, really quick, any of you guys joining, we haven't seen the movie yet. We're hyping the movie.
Oh, shoot. Don't tell us.
No, not. Well, some people were like, I haven't seen the movie, so I'll join the live stream later. We haven't seen it yet. We're just getting hyped for it. So obviously, if you have seen it, don't spoil it. And anybody coming in here, don't worry about it. We haven't seen it yet. We're just chilling over here. I have it. We should watch the real Ed and Lorraine Warren interviews. Dude, I haven't seen any of them.
I'd be really down.
That would be so sick. Oh, the director of La
Llorona, something like that.
Yeah, Llorona.
Because I think it's Spanish.
Directed The Conjuring 3. Oh, well, that stinks. Because weren't you guys saying it was kind of stinky?
Well, I mean, you never know.
I mean, fingers crossed, but.
Yeah, but I mean, it's still a good movie. I just hope, because look, I'm going into this knowing that it's not Patrick Wan, right? So
James Wan?
I mean, James Wan. I'm not going to be like, this better be better than both The Conjuring 1 and Conjuring 2.
Yeah.
So it's like, if it's a little worse, it's understandable. I'm just going to enjoy it.
Yeah. The Warrens are so cool, blah, blah. Who's your favorite character from the Conjuring universe?
My favorite character from the Conjuring universe?
Yeah. Keep the questions coming, by the way. And then if you guys want to put it like super chat or whatever, just do it. We'll talk. We're going to have kind of a discussion podcast sort of hangout for you guys, maybe for an hour or two.
Yeah, think about that.
Now, you can't do Ed and Lorraine Warren.
Yeah, the obvious
totally
would be
cheating.
the Warrens.
Right, like that's cheating. I think for me, Judy, let's say she doesn't count. Well, she's pretty great.
Judy's pretty good.
Honestly, whatever the heck, Marianne was that her name?
Or something?
Mary Ellen, yeah, the babysitter girl from Annabelle Comes Home. She was pretty great.
Say, yeah, like
no, Bob.
That's what I was gonna say. I was gonna say Bob or that pizza dude. It was funny, like for the little part that he was in it. I was like,
Bob is the best part, hands down. I don't care what you guys say. Bob is the best.
I totally thought he was like dead or something. I was like, oh shoot, Bob,
I'm so glad he didn't die.
Dude, I was really liking him. Gosh. I'm so glad, he didn't die.
Would we visit the Warrens Museum? Heck yes, dude. That would be so cool.
I would, but I'd be a little scared, not gonna lie.
I'd bring a cross with me.
All their stuff. Like,
I'd bring a cross with me.
Like, I don't want to end up on one of their Conjuring 4 horror
They
films.
make a movie about you.
That's what I'm saying.
These stupid YouTubers.
Hey, and here we go. We're checking out the thing, and oh shoot,
it'd be an actual found footage.
That's what I'm saying.
Oh my gosh.
Don't want to end up like that.
I didn't know there was one in Florida. They confirmed that they're making a Crooked Man spinoff. Yeah, but wasn't the Crooked Man
that was the one
Valak?
Wait, no. That was the one in Conjuring 2, right?
Yeah, but that's because it was Valak, wasn't it?
Was it not the old man like being controlled by Valak?
I thought the Crooked Man was something completely different. Maybe I'm wrong.
It's been a bit since
I thought the Crooked Man
watched it.
wasn't the old man. It was another form that Valak was taking. Because you know how Valak isn't the nun. It just takes that form kind of to like taunt Lorraine.
But I feel like wasn't the old man kind of like asking to be free or something like that? I can't quite remember.
Yeah, but he was just scaring them in his old man form. He wasn't like...
Oh, he wasn't actually the Crooked Man?
I don't think so.
I thought that's what it was.
Oh, I guess they were separate things.
Or yeah, was the Crooked Man something entirely different?
I guess the Crooked Man was something... I always thought it was Valak.
Ah, okay. No, I'd be down, because, I mean, the Crooked Man is I like that concept.
Who do you think is the best, scariest villains in, like, The Conjuring? I don't know.
I'm not sure.
I mean, the Crooked Man was pretty. Like, the Nun was cool, but I feel like. I don't know. It wasn't as cool in the actual Nun movie. Like, I feel like Valak was scarier in The Conjuring 2 than it was in the Nun movie.
Yeah, oh no.
So I feel like I lost a little respect for the Nun.
Well, the Nun was...
because of the Nun movie.
The Nun's Valak, right? So, Valak, yeah, to me was a lot scarier in The Conjuring 2, just because it felt more impactful, like each of its...
Yeah, and we knew less, right? So, like...
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so it became more, like, I don't know, like, less scary because we see it a decent amount and because it's kind of explained, I guess, you know? It loses that creepy factor and becomes more of, I just don't want to die or something like that, you know?
Yeah.
But yeah.
Yeah.
But then, I mean, what are the other villains, let's say, right? So there's...
Crooked Man.
And then Annabelle.
What's the ghost in the first one? Like, it's
Wasn't
not as concrete.
Well, there were a lot of ghosts in the first one, right?
Yeah.
It was like the ghosts of the all the people that were there and stuff.
Yeah, and Annabelle also changes movie to movie, because Annabelle in the first Annabelle isn't that good, but Annabelle in, like, the next two Annabelle movies is pretty good.
Yeah, like, the second, or the next two movies of Annabelle were actually, they made me, like, a lot more scared of Annabelle, and it was creepier, right?
Yeah.
So I feel like that boosted her rankings a bit there.
Yeah, I don't... Alex, anyone know any future cases? I don't know, because the problem is Warner Brothers is kind of capitalizing all the cases, which does kind of suck, because I get it, and it's money, but I also kind of wish that they would let other people take a crack at it instead of, like, monopolizing it. Because they just bought the rights to all the cases, and then they're like, okay, we own the rights to these now. And it's like, oh, okay.
Yeah, I mean, I see
see
why,
it, but it would
like...
be cool to see, like, someone else try, or at least, I want James Wan to come back. I want James Wan to do another one.
I would like James Wan to come back
because he's so good, and I know he wants to do Aquaman or whatever, but, like...
Yeah, don't get me wrong, like, Aquaman's cool, but, I mean, the first two Conjurings really did have that sort of Wan charm, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Will there be a fourth film? I'm sure. The Conjuring universe is a huge moneymaker. Is there any other horror franchise? There's no horror franchise like The Conjuring.
Well, I mean, didn't it do fairly well?
Yeah, but I mean, there's no franchises
like
big as The Conjuring, right? Like they've essentially created like a Marvel Cinematic Universe for horror.
I mean, yeah, I can't really think of anything that's like it. There's definitely a few good one-offs, but like, I don't remember any like universe building.
Right? Like, there's no, which is kind of cool. Which is why it's crazy. Like, it's the only thing like it. Mike Flanagan, that's true actually. Mike Flanagan doing a Conjuring movie, that would be cool.
I'd be very interested to see how
if he did. He would have to do it with Ed and Lorraine though. I don't want a spin-off BS. I want Ed and Lorraine.
Listen, I'm down for spin-offs and stuff. Like, they can do it.
No, really but if I saw Flanagan do it, I would want to see him deal with like the character, right? Like 100%. The main characters. Like, that's what I'd want to see. Dang, no, he's working on something. He's working on a movie for Netflix. I'm super hyped for, like Midnight Mass or something. It's like some horror movie.
Oh, really?
With a bunch of the same people from Hill House and a bunch of stuff.
Oh, okay.
I'm so hyped for that. I want to watch that.
Dude, I'd be down. I didn't even hear anything about that. What?
People were saying in the comments and stuff.
Oh, they were?
Yeah.
Okay.
Feel free to talk about your favorite Conjuring Universe moments. Yeah. No spoilers, guys, obviously, but...
There's a few good questions. Let me just go back.
Yeah, of course. Obviously, if you guys want to throw questions in the chat, super chats to help us out, anything like that, go for it. We're just talking Conjuring. We're just hanging out, talking Conjuring. Probably going to be a little bit of a shorter stream, maybe just an hour, but just, ask us questions about the Conjuring, ask us questions about ourselves, whatever. Horror, anything in general.
If you would meet either the real Ed or real Lorraine, which one?
Lorraine?
Yeah. Because she does have the most, like, seems like in tune with the whole spiritual side of things, right? I don't normally see Ed. Ed usually goes to her.
Well, they'd be like different kind of like, I feel like Ed and I would like have a beer. Whereas like and like listen to some rock. Whereas like Lorraine, it would be probably like a deep, life changing conversation.
Oh
and
yeah,
I would like
get
open
you,
up.
I get
So
you.
like
Yeah,
so,
yeah.
like I feel like that's more beneficial. Like if I was like stressed out, but I also feel like Ed would be really. I don't know.
No, like
Probably
you would go, yeah,
Lorraine.
you would go to Ed if you wanted more of a lighthearted experience, whereas Lorraine would have some very deep philosophical.
Yeah,
things to
she'd
say
probably
to
like be like, "Oh, you're sad," and I'm like, "Oh my gosh, too deep, Lorraine."
you. She would change you as a person.
Oh my gosh.
I'd still go for probably meeting Lorraine. I would,
Yeah,
you know.
same. Or the actors, frankly. I'd meet Patrick Wilson or Vera Farmiga too,
Dude,
honestly.
true.
I would love to do a movie with them. Those are like actors that I would love to do stuff with.
Yeah.
Can we do the Saw series? We did. We did the Saw series. We did one of the Saw series, and we didn't want to do the rest of the Saw series because it was kind of gross.
Yeah, we just prefer not to in that case. I mean, yeah.
Yeah. Which haunted object that Ed and Lorraine have from cases would you be interested in? Like a movie about it or something.
Oh, that's cool. They
They
had a lot of stuff.
Yeah, I don't know. Like, was all the stuff in their room? Because we saw the most of the room, honestly, in Annabelle Comes Home.
Yeah, the biggest thing is that I would like it to be based in reality somewhat. That's what makes a lot of the Conjuring stuff cool, right? And so I'm not exactly sure what they showed in the movie is actually what's there. You know, they
Yeah.
might have added a few items or something like that. So,
Yeah.
and then there's also the thing of like how much of a movie can you make about certain items, right? Like the board game thing. Like, could you really make a full movie around that little thing or something? It'd be kind
Yeah.
of tough, right?
Yeah.
But I mean, other things like the wedding dress or whatever, and the samurai armor, like that, you could probably do a lot with that.
Yeah, I don't know. It'd be hard. It'd be really hard.
Like the TV was cool; it was really cool, but I'm not sure. I don't know if I'd watch an entire movie unless it was really intriguing. About the
Yeah, I don't know if, and I'm trying to think of the other items we've seen. I feel like I'd want to do it about something that isn't in the movies. Right, like something you haven't seen before.
The Bride spinoff. I'm not sure. Is that the
I
what
have
was
no
in
idea.
the?
Apparently, yeah. Apparently, I mean, apparently even the convent in The Nun is real. Like, there's something that happened there.
Ah, okay,
No,
yeah.
I don't think what they showed at all is accurate. You know how like some of the
No,
content
no, yeah.
kind of skate the truth. That is not at all accurate, but
I'm pretty sure there was like something that happened, and then they just went off and did their own.
yeah. But
Because of a
that's
rumor.
cool.
No,
Like,
no,
that
that,
is so
yeah,
cool.
yeah. I do like it's
That's
better
super
than just completely making something up. I do like that based in reality feel.
Mecha Godzilla, maybe an hour. I don't know. We're kind of just chilling and seeing how this is gonna do. Have I missed the Annabelle reaction here on YouTube? No, it is coming up in 7 minutes. Should be going live in 7 minutes. Yeah, and then we'll do the Conjuring 3 tomorrow as soon as humanly possible.
Yep, right after we'll edit all. Well, you'll edit all night.
Yep.
Yeah, the coin, the ferryman.
That was cool.
That was interesting, right?
That was, yeah.
You could probably make a whole movie about that.
Yeah. I don't know. See, the reason I like the Conjuring movies is because it's not really about the monster. Like, even the Conjuring 2, like, I know everybody got really scared by the nun, but it's not really about the nun. The nun is barely in it.
Yeah, but
Like, the Conjuring movies are about the people, and the monster is kind of like a side thing.
Yeah.
Which is why I think they're so good.
yeah, I can see that.
But, Insidious Last Key, maybe. I don't know why I keep spamming. Joanna, watch along, because we get completely copy striked by Warner Brothers.
Yeah, that'd be a little tough.
Yeah, I mean, eventually at some point, we will maybe do watch alongs, and then I'll edit a reaction afterwards. But just right now, we don't have the capabilities to do that. Midsummer, we already watched Midsummer. It's up on the channel.
Conjuring 1 or Conjuring 2?
Oof.
I'd honestly have to, if I really wanted to like say why and stuff like that, I'd have to rewatch because it's kind of like
I think Conjuring 1.
Yeah.
Usually, I mean, that's why there's such a stigma in Hollywood around making sequels, is because it's so freaking hard to make sequels, and you have to one up yourself without it being cliche and one upping yourself.
Yeah,
it's like a whole thing. So I just think that when you have a first movie, it's original. There's no studio. There's nothing. It's well contained. It's cool that way.
Yeah. I understand that.
Lewis, thank you so much for the super chat, man. Dark Universe was gonna happen. Started with The Mummy, but got rebooted with The Invisible Man, and will continue. Really? I didn't know that was continuing. They were gonna do, like, Marvel started the trend of all the cinematic universes, right? And so everybody's like, oh, we have this cinematic universe, whatever.
Yeah.
And so then they were gonna do this like cinematic universe with like the Wolfman and like Dracula and Mummy and stuff, which I don't know. I didn't know it was gonna be good, but Tom Cruise did a Mummy movie and it was like terrible. Like it was
really?
a nightmare. Did terribly. But apparently they're rebooting it. I don't know. I wanted to watch Invisible Man as one of our horror reactions. I haven't seen it yet.
I mean, that could be really cool. Like that sort of.
I think it could be cool, or they could be kind of forcing it. That's the only problem. Like I'm all for like, look, extended universes are really cool, but don't like force it. Like if there's not an extended story to tell, you don't have to tell. And I know that's where the money is and whatever, but it's like you don't have to tell the extended story. You can just tell a good story, and if it's like Marvel needed to have an extended universe, which is why they did it. But it's like some of these don't, and then it kind of feels forced. And
you never want to. Yeah, you never want to like do it just for the sake of it, right?
Yeah.
I feel like, of course, like it's understandable like why you would want more money, but like you have to focus on the movie first. I feel like, and not like, hey, we're trying to extend it here. It's like, wait,
which is what I'm worried about. And then they're doing all these like Easter egg things, and then they're not even doing the plot well. They're like, this is the key to the whatever person, and you're like, whoa, let's focus on the plot, guys. Like, what's going on here?
No, yeah, I see.
Hatsy Patsy, dude, that's a great idea. How about the first case, like an origin story for Ed and Lorraine? That would be so cool. Now, the only problem is there is no way they're going to sell being youngins, but...
I mean, they could, like, couldn't they, like,
I just feel like de-aging them would look weird. I feel like it'd be weird. I mean, look, maybe, but sometimes when they do it, it's really weird.
I mean, they better get some good actors, or they just gotta stick with
So to me, I'm like, screw it. Just screw the continuity and have them look old, and just, like, that's the only thing I would say. It's like, because I'd rather have them, and them just be like, we're 20.
And they're actually...
like 40.
I mean, they'll be lovable nonetheless. Like, I'll be like, yeah.
Just keep dropping hints. Like, you can't drink yet, honey. Okay. Like, just to age them.
Dude, that would turn into, like, a comedy almost. Like, how could you, like... How could you even do that? Like, that'd be funny.
They could use Vera Farmiga's younger sister.
I mean,
but
maybe.
You can't replace Patrick Wilson. Nobody can replace Patrick Wilson.
Yeah, that'd be very tough.
I really enjoyed your guys' reaction to Dead Silence. Not a lot of people have to watch this movie. Yeah, somebody requested it, and it was a really good movie. I really enjoyed that movie.
Yeah. It had that... It felt a little bit like Saw. Like, the style or the way they filmed it, you know?
Yeah.
But it also had a weird other... How should I say?
It was like the love child between Saw and
The
Conjuring. Like,
yeah,
it wasn't
like
quite
that in between,
but it had that like weird editing, and I liked it a lot because the Saw was good, but the editing was like a little bit much for me at times. Yeah, like I prefer the filmmaking of The Conjuring.
Yeah, yeah, but Dead Silence was a cool, like, almost like niche little horror movie like that I haven't heard of, you know?
Yeah. What?
Michael Scott, isn't that
Yeah, that's the guy from The Office. That would ruin it. No.
Dude, I'd be down, not gonna lie.
What's up, Shade? Yeah, I feel like Ed and Lorraine might die, and I actually don't know how they actually die in real life, so nobody tell me because I don't kill the tension.
Man.
Would you look into demonology? Like, is that, like, to me that freaks me out. I'm like, don't involve
What do you mean,
me.
like, look into demonology as,
like, would you research that kind of stuff? Like what Ed and Lorraine did, kind of?
But I mean, like, as a job, or, like, just curious? That's a tough question, actually, because like I am very curious. It is interesting to me, but like
I feel like I would
a
read
little,
it, but like
yeah, I don't know if I'd really do anything. I'd probably read it a little bit.
I wouldn't want to go on like a ride along. That'd be creepy.
A ride along with the. Listen, if Ed and Lorraine were there, like I don't know, I might want to.
Yeah, if Ed and Lorraine were there, I would do it. No, don't say when they. I mean, I know. A Ouija board on stream? No, we're not doing a Ouija board, dude. No.
Hey, he put the joking,
dude. Oh my gosh! Unless you guys want some possessed reaction videos.
Once again, another start of a new Conjuring movie. It's gonna be us, dude. I'm telling you. We're just setting up for it.
I'm so excited. Like we should do. Has anyone done a Conjuring fan film? Ooh.
That'd be kind of tough, though.
I got the sideburns.
Yeah, we could pull it off.
No, that would be cool, though. I feel like we could
like,
find something.
No, dude, I'd be down to watch. Yeah, like...
Who would you like to play yourself in a Conjuring movie? That's a great question. If there was a Conjuring movie about us, who would you want to play?
The demon. No, I'd probably be like...
No, but if we were in a Conjuring movie because we were stupid and we did a Ouija board on live stream, what actor would you want to play you?
I don't know, many actors. That'd be kind of tough.
That's true.
You got to answer this question because...
I'm trying to think who could play me. I have Cillian Murphy. That's what everybody says I look like. I don't know. The long lost children of the Warrens.
We go with it.
That could... do you believe in ghosts and demons? I don't know. Yes, kind of.
Yeah. I believe there's something out there.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like those two are also two different things. Like, you know, like...
No, yeah, of course. Like, whenever I think of ghosts and demons, I mean, obviously you think of ghosts as, like, you know, the soul of someone who's passed.
I feel like ghosts are less possible. Like I kind of am like, yeah, there's probably some weird, dark stuff out there.
Yeah, I feel like demons, like
that seems more possible to me.
Yeah.
Like ghosts, it's like, I don't know, maybe not. If you could meet anyone from the real events, like who would you want to talk to about what they experienced?
Do we know that everything has been based around the real cases? Like, I know the nun, okay, we said that it was based around that one thing, but
yeah.
A lot of those people probably didn't, like, it didn't happen kind of like that.
Let's just assume that yes, then I don't know. That's a really hard question, actually.
Yeah, because you're talking about that's like the possession side of things, or the stuff that, you know, was happened to you.
And also, I would, there was a part of me that would want to, like, probably not the kids. Just because there's also a part of me that's more skeptical of that.
Yeah.
Like, you know, the girl in the second one. Yeah, like, it's much more likely, I feel like, for that to be made up than, like, an adult.
I actually think it might be the other way around for me personally, right?
Okay.
Because, like, you would think that the kids would see things and stuff and be more honest about it, whereas the adults there might be a reason as to why, you know, like, the kids probably won't even think about stuff like, oh, there's scary stuff, you know?
Yeah. Well, I mean, at the same time, kids have been caught, like, lying about that stuff before.
Yeah.
I mean, kids have been caught lying about God before and stuff, too. Like, there's been kids...
Yeah.
that do stuff like that, where they're like, oh, I had this vision.
That is true.
And, like, you know, they've been, like, blatantly exposed to be lying about it.
Yeah.
So it's like, I feel like it is more likely that it's, like, or just as likely to be doing it for like attention.
Yeah, I guess so.
But at the same time, I don't know. I'm just skeptical.
Yeah.
I have no idea.
I need to remember I don't even remember their names, so it's kind of tough.
I'm trying to think. I'd want to hang out with the guys from Annabelle Comes Home, just to hang.
Dude, honestly?
Tell me about demons. We can have some pizza.
Yeah, that would be a fun group. Invite the pizza guy over, Bob, and we can all just
exactly
chill.
Beloved Savage, thank you so much for the super chat. Oh my gosh. Would you rather be clairvoyant or just a regular person? I'd rather be clairvoyant. I feel like that's a blessing and a curse. You know?
Yeah, it's like
it's nice and all, but then at the same time,
but I feel like having it is still better than not having it because you can still.
I don't know.
I think so.
I'd want the Ed hookup where it's like, well, my wife has it, and I'll fix the family's car.
Hey, listen, he's the one that does exorcism.
I'll play Elvis. Just you do the vision stuff.
Hey, you gotta be as good as Ed though.
Oh my gosh.
You gotta have Ed's skills.
I want more music. I want an Ed album. He better play this next one.
That is one of my favorite parts of
That is what was a good argument for The Conjuring 2 being better than The Conjuring 1. Is that moment right there was so sweet.
The guitar?
Yeah.
Yeah. By the way, yeah, as far as the super chat, I think I'd be clairvoyant because at least you can. Cause in that case, you have a choice almost to. You have a chance to do something good about it, or do some good.
That's
true.
That's true. Annabelle Comes Home should be up right now. It just went up a few minutes ago, I believe. Lewis, thank you so much for the super chat, man. Favorite final girl? And thoughts on Warner's having more horror directors directing DC movies? What final girl?
I don't quite understand.
Yeah, I don't understand the question.
MJ, we're talking about The Conjuring.
And just horror movies and just chilling out for a little bit. Yeah. In AHS, American Horror Story? Oh, the final surviving, the final surviving. Okay. I mean, there's a lot. Probably Judy.
That's a thing? It's interesting.
I didn't know that was a thing.
I didn't know that was a thing either.
I mean, it makes sense. That usually happens in most horror movies.
Yeah, okay.
In the Conjuring universe, probably Judy.
Is that considered like a... I don't even know what's...
Oh, he said in any horror movie. I guess that is considered a term. It's probably like a Mary Sue or something.
No, but I'm just saying, is it... what exactly defines the term? Do they have to be the last surviving
I think so, because normally it's the girl that survives. In the teen slasher movies we're talking about, at the end, it's always the girl. It's not the guys. Yeah. If it's going to be anybody, it's a girl.
But the problem is, in Annabelle Comes Home, they all survive. So does that mean anything?
Yeah, I don't know. I think he was just talking in general. So I don't know if that really works for the Conjuring universe. See, the problem is we haven't watched a lot of the classic horror movies yet. So Nine-Tailed Brush doesn't really know.
Yeah.
He hasn't seen Halloween yet. And obviously we're going to watch it, but we're saving the classic horror movies for October, and then we're going to do a big, Halloween hype watch of a lot of the classics. So I feel like the classics deal with, Final Girl and different stuff like that a lot more. So that's why. Martin, as soon as it's up, so it's going to go up at midnight tonight out over here in California, and we're going to watch it, we'll edit it, and it'll be up on YouTube as soon as Warner Brothers clears that copyright, which is probably going to be a pain in the butt. But as soon as they let me upload it, there's usually a lot of copyright issues with stuff that just came out. It will be up. What is the name of the girl in Annabelle? I have no idea. Mary Ann or something?
In Annabelle 3, it's
Mary Ellen. There we go.
Conjuring 3.
Well, don't say anything about it. I don't want to know.
Yeah, I'm
not
jumping
reading
over.
it. I'm not reading it. No one dies in the Conjuring movies. I'm okay with that, though. First of all, I 1,000% thought Ed was gonna die in the second Conjuring movie.
Was a little worried.
Like, I thought he was gonna die because I didn't know how he died in real life.
Yeah, but the problem is that since they are basing it off of reality, I was thinking like, well, they died probably at a later age, right? Because it said 2019 that they.
No, but that was Lorraine. That's why I wasn't sure.
Oh, was it just?
Yeah,
Lorraine?
it was just Lorraine. Lorraine was alive longer than Ed. That's why I was like,
okay.
oh, maybe Ed is gonna die.
Huh? I was thinking it was okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, because I was thinking something different, I wasn't worried.
I was super worried. Shade, that stinks, but we are gonna have a full reaction up on Patreon, like by tomorrow, if you want to watch it using our screen recording. Definitely feel free. Question from Ross: any predictions? You know, I usually like to go into movies as blind as possible. So for the channel's sake, I watched the trailer. Just the first trailer, though. It's like a rule for me where I try and only watch the first trailer of every movie. And then I don't watch any trailers after that. Because usually, the closer it gets, if the movie studios get desperate, they'll just start, like, throwing out, like, spoilers and, like, last-minute stuff. And, like, oh, the final shot of the movie. Like, they just get all desperate with marketing. Well, like, right before a movie comes out.
Yeah, like, Mortal Kombat literally showed all the scenes.
Yes!
And
now, they did that from the beginning, too.
Yeah,
But, like, especially stuff like, you know... Mortal Kombat, I wasn't expecting plot based, so I wasn't as worried to like.
Well, yeah, I'm not
see trailers because I was like, dude, it's just gonna be bloody action. Yeah. It's not.
I'm just not. Yeah, I don't like watching trailers at all because
I've only seen one trailer for The Conjuring 3, and it was the first trailer, and it was when it came out, and I haven't watched it ever since.
Yeah, same.
So
we watched it.
Barely remember it. It's just like, yeah. So I'm excited, but I don't really have any predictions.
I mean, I would like to see just.
I'm pretty sure this is a real case, which makes me really excited because I think somebody did actually commit murder.
Yeah, I'd like to see some sort of, because I mean they've been following Volek or whatever for a while right now.
Yeah,
and so I want to see kind of how that story kind of pans out. I guess.
I don't think it's gonna be Volek. I think it's gonna be something else.
You don't? Okay.
I don't think so. And I actually personally am a little bit excited about that because I feel like they've been covering Volek and they've been covering Annabelle because they're like the popular ones. But like what I liked about The Conjuring 1 and 2 is that they were just like, okay, this is like a new case. Okay. And then it's like, all right, this is a new. I think this is gonna be a new because it's based off a real case. MJ, I don't know what that is. I'm hoping those are dollars. No, I'm kidding. Copa something? I don't know what those are. Looks like $5 or $6. Thank you so much for the super chat anyway. Have you guys watched the Ring trilogy? Have you seen it? I haven't seen it. I didn't know it was a trilogy. I just knew the one.
I think I watched in Japanese like a while back when I was really.
Oh, the original Ring, not the remake. Because they remade it in America.
Oh, okay.
So the Japanese one was super, super popular, and then they remade the Japanese one here, and that was super popular as well.
Okay.
And I think they've had a bunch of spin-offs and or sequels or something. I don't really know. I mean, yeah, I don't know. What do you look for? Because I've been thinking more about horror movies just in general. And making them, trying to come up with an idea, different stuff. And, like, we've watched a ton of horror stuff. So, like, what do you feel like makes a good horror movie?
I feel like what makes a good horror movie is, of course, a twist is always nice, right?
Of course.
Having some sort of twist.
Yeah.
And then making the characters likable so that you fear for their safety, right?
Yeah.
Because then it makes you more nervous, I guess. Because when the characters aren't that likable, then it's like you're not as scared. The only scares come from scary
like
images that flash, and stuff. Yeah, like jump scares. But when like the characters are likable and you don't want them to die, it makes everything way more intense. So I think likable characters are also like really needed. And then of course keeping the mystery element. Like Once you start to show things
because once
too
you see
much,
stuff, it's not as scary.
yeah, because then you understand. It has to keep the creepy side of it so that it's unknown.
But then at the same time, you can't do the opposite, because I've seen movies where they do a mystery and then they clearly have no idea how to solve the mystery, and they're like, and they come with like a super dumb explanation at the end of it, and it's worse. Because I think if you have a dumb explanation for like this cool mystery, it's like, well, that ruins it.
That is true. Yeah, and I think a lot of times there are like YouTube videos that are. I feel like the scariest stuff is on YouTube and like the web. You know, like there's some scary, weird stuff on.
That's true. There's some really scary like short films and stuff.
Like I'd honestly be down to watch those.
Thank you, MJ. Pesos. Okay.
I didn't know it was
What's up from
like
Colombia?
COP.
I didn't know it was either.
Why is it called that?
Beloved Savage, thank you so much. The Others is a nice horror movie. The plot twist at the end will make you in awe. I love it so much. And The Sixth Sense as well. Don't say anything about The Sixth Sense, please. Don't say anything, okay? My cousin has not seen it, and it's an amazing movie, so just don't even talk about it. Hush. TW, sure, you can make a recommendation, of course.
Yeah, that's true. I always I like to look up things. I am a little scared sometimes of like looking up like the true cases and stuff, but it is interesting.
Dude, that was the creepiest part of The Conjuring 2 when they cut to the credits and they had the real audio. That was freaky.
That is freaky.
That stuff freaks me out. Yeah, I don't know, man.
There's someone was saying, I forgot it was Nia or something, saying like that Amy Johnson case that is this one is kind of interesting and freaky, so might have to look it up afterwards.
I'll do research. I like this kind of stuff. That is the one cool thing about the Warrens that makes it interesting, is that they were real people and this is real stuff. I don't know. I mean, what, like... Oh, somebody asked a question earlier.
Okay.
We're only going to do this for a little more, guys. I don't know. We're just hanging out here, so just to let you guys know, we're going to be on for just a little bit more.
I had one more. Oh, no, that. I just didn't read the beginning.
What was I gonna say? I blanked out. Somebody asked if you've had any creepy horror stories happen to you. I think somebody asked this last time too.
Yeah, like I mean, one of the things is like a few times the whole, you know, it's not like horror exactly. It's the whole sleep paralysis thing. Like that's kind of scary. I
Has that happened a few times to you?
Yeah, like 2 times.
Dang, like full body?
Yeah, the whole like shadow people stuff, and it feels like, well, at least to me, it felt like I was like suffocating or so. I was like weird. I was like, holy shit.
Wait, did you see anything?
Yeah, like shadow people or something.
Really?
Yeah.
See, I've never seen that. That's crazy.
It's like you're hallucinating almost. Like no, I don't see anything like monsters or nothing like that, but you just get a little. It freaks you out a little
Dude,
bit.
that's
You don't know.
scary, man. Oh my gosh. I think I've had that with like limbs, but I've never had it with my full body, where it's like your arm. Like I've woken up and I haven't been able to move my arm. That's weird, but I've never had it happen to my full body. Babadook, yes, Babadook is great. See, that's such a good. See, because the problem is that like besides the Conjuring movies, I feel like doing a demon thing is kind of a cop out. Not like a cop out, but it's just like it's been done so many times. Like, oh, it's the devil himself, and you're like, oh.
But I don't wanna like say, okay, every time you use a demon, it's like a little bit like cheesy or whatever. Because like I swear you could do a really good movie still. You could definitely do. There's tons of ideas out there that you can still do, right? But they're just not doing it. You know, I feel like a lot of times when they just demon, it's like, okay, well, it's a demon. You know,
it's like they
okay,
couldn't think of something good, and they're like, demon.
But like you could do really,
but you
a
can
really
even do
good
a demon well.
I'm saying that's what I'm saying, right?
Thank you so much, Beloved Savage, for the super chat. Thank you. Going back to the Haunting of Hill House. Oh, I love how each child. Yeah.
Yeah. We talked about
the
that.
5 stages of grief. Yeah, for sure. Yeah, I mean that's a key example of not doing demons and doing something different, and.
But you also don't
being
want
really
to,
smart about it.
You also don't want to jump on the train of, hey, we got to be different. Because I feel like a lot of times when you try to be different, then it's like, oh, you start to like, it becomes too obvious and try hard or something. Yeah,
that's true.
It's always that balance.
I don't know.
Right?
It's so hard for me to like identify what makes a good horror movie. Like I can't really tell you. It's just it's good. I can't explain it.
Paranormal Activity.
I have seen the first one, but I haven't seen the others.
Okay, I've seen all of them, so.
Okay. I haven't seen It Follows either. Definitely want to watch that. Well, we can't watch it. The Curse of La Llorona or whatever. We can't watch it, in like 4 hours or whatever it is. Like 7 hours.
I actually think I might have seen parts of that movie.
Okay.
But, yeah, if it's not if it's not connected to the story as much, we don't really have to watch it before the whole
maybe we'll
Conjuring
do it
thing.
after, yeah.
So I'm sure it might just be like, oh, and by the way,
of
Easter
course,
egg,
yeah.
we're connected.
Have you guys seen Oculus? How many of you guys have seen Oculus? Because we were gonna watch some Mike Flanagan horror movies, but I wanted to see how many of you guys were down with that, because we just did Hill House, and so we're like, oh, maybe we should do Oculus, Gerald's Game, maybe The Shining or something. I don't know. One of those. I don't know what you guys think about that.
I haven't seen Oculus, so just don't hit me with the spoilers.
Alright, well, cool then. Oh my gosh.
And Oculus is like a horror, right?
Oh, yeah, full horror.
Okay.
Full horror. For sure. Hush isn't as much, but Oculus is definitely horror. Have we seen the right? No, dude. There's so many movies that we haven't seen. There's so many horror movies that we haven't seen. We can watch horror movies until the end of time.
Okay, see you later, Kayan. Thanks for stopping by.
Yeah, thanks for moderating the live stream.
Ouija. I think I've heard of that.
What the heck, Liv? That's so creepy.
Right. What time is it?
I was sitting at my computer, and my friend was standing next to the laundry room, and I saw this 7-foot tall figure holding her arm, and then I told her, and then it just disappeared in a split second. Well, your friend's possessed. I don't know what to tell you. I don't know. That's freaky, dude.
Hopefully we don't see you on a horror movie.
Have you seen the Blair Witch Project, the original?
I think so.
Okay.
I haven't seen the
new one.
The new one.
Yeah, I think it was kind of dumb anyway. Yeah, I don't know. It's just a chill stream, guys. Do you guys have any other questions or anything like that before we go? Anything you guys want to talk about as far as Conjuring is concerned?
Strawberry says that there was a horror movie.
A Disney horror movie?
Yeah, that Disney tried or attempted. The word attempted.
A Disney princess horror movie. It's Frozen.
Hey, listen, you
that
could
would
make a
actually
really
be so funny.
You could make a real freaky horror movie based around like kids shows or something, right? Because that's when it gets really freaky.
Dude, it's like the romance, but she gets obsessed with the prince.
No,
and
but
she starts stalking him.
No, what I'm saying is not how in the characters and in the movie they're experiencing some sort of horror thing.
Okay.
But something that's actually freaky on the screen where it's like a kid's show, but their eyes start bleeding or something.
Oh,
like
yeah,
that, right?
yeah, of course.
I mean,
That'd
you
be
get some
freaky.
weird stuff.
Yeah. We have seen it, haven't we?
Yeah,
I've seen it.
I have
You
not
saw both?
seen. No, I have not seen chapter 2.
Okay. Didn't we watch chapter 1 together? I'm pretty sure we did. I'm pretty sure we went to theaters to see it together. Way back in the day.
Might have, because I definitely saw it. So. The Beloved Savage hit you up with the zombie movie question.
Oh, will you be watching any zombie movies in the future? Probably. Our idea was to do a zombie movie binge sometime this summer. We have so many things to watch. It's I can't give you a permanent for sure date.
There are a lot of zombie movies though.
I figure we do a binge of a bunch of good zombie movies. There's a ton of good stuff.
Flippity flop. Hello.
Yeah, I mean, we're probably going to get out of here in a minute here, flippity flop, but welcome to the last 5 minutes of the live stream. Do we think we would survive in any of the Conjuring movies? Yeah, bro, I'd leave the house immediately.
Yeah,
I've watched so many horror movies now, I'd be like, I'm out. You just clapped in front of my face, I'm done.
Dude,
I'm out.
when I'm at home and I hear a door creak or some little like the air conditioner turn on. I'm like, hold up,
I've moved.
hold up, guys. I've watched enough horror movies to know that wasn't the wind.
I know, dude. I'd be done. Or like the nun. I was like, bro, I don't care about this convent anymore. Get out. You just got buried alive on the first night. Nope, not happening. Get out.
I'd be carrying every sacramental known to mankind, just like as I'm like leaving the country.
Yeah, I would leave. I still would leave.
So I think we would survive.
Yeah. I fled the house in The Conjuring 2. Unfortunately, it didn't help them. Yeah, well, I'd also call up Ed and Lorraine, obviously.
Yeah, I mean, the problem with that is they stay in the house too long. The moment I heard something, I'd be
That is true.
out.
That's true. I wouldn't let it latch onto me. I'd be done.
Yes, I'm very paranoid.
Are we watching Karate Kid? Yeah, dude, those videos have been causing me, like, such nightmares. But,
Which
yeah,
one? Oh,
it's
Karate
probably going up next week at some point.
Oh, the first one?
Yeah.
Okay.
Naeem, thank you so much, man. Yeah, check out our reaction if you want when it's up. Could we manage a reaction without a horror pillow shield? No, of course not.
Yeah, no.
Dude, the horror pillow shield is an essential.
Yeah, like it's literally a crucifix.
We're
for
probably
us.
gonna make a pillow for merch because we use it so much.
Dude. Yes.
You need a pillow. Yeah, dude, I'm freaking hyped. I'm hyped for the horror movie. Would you guys consider yourselves emotional? I don't know.
I'd say yeah.
I don't think it's like crazy though. Like we're not like watching like movies and like weeping afterwards. Like I feel like it's probably a little bit above average. Like I'm not like Joe Rogan like macho man, but
I've definitely
look, if it's a good movie, I'll tear up. Like if you hit me in the feels, you hit me in the feels, man.
Yeah, I mean I've definitely like teared up and cried to movies even alone. Like,
yeah.
Just I mean I think the biggest thing is like actually getting into it and feeling like you're one of the people and understanding what they're going through, right? Because you can always, I mean, like I can prevent myself from crying to anything, any of the movies, right?
Yeah,
because you just be like, oh, it's just a movie, oh, cool, But if you really want to get into it and stuff and feel what they're feeling, like I mean, we've cried to stuff.
Yeah, for sure. Lord of the Rings, I was freaking weeping. Roos, thank you so much, man. Yeah, get some sleep, dude. What horror movie has scared you the most? Sometimes it also depends. Like, there's sometimes where I'm just, like, weirdly scared by a movie even though it shouldn't scare me. Like, there's some nights where it's just scary. I don't know. What was the scariest horror movie we watched? The Exorcist really, like, freaked me out.
The Exorcist felt very raw.
But it wasn't scary. It felt like I watched a documentary about demons. Like I was
almost a little bit not exactly disgusted, but I was like, that's
it was unnerving. That's the only thing I can think of. Like I remember driving home, like still thinking about it, being like, that was freaky. It wasn't like terrifying. It was just freaky.
Yeah, it didn't make you feel good.
No, which is why it was a good movie. It was very well done.
Yeah.
Scariest though. I mean, some of the Conjuring movies are honestly probably like the Conjuring 1 and 2 are pretty darn good scary movies.
What about Hereditary?
That wasn't really scary though. That was just disturbing. Like that was shocking.
Definitely, I think there was times that it was scary. I mean, one of the things was the whole clapping thing, and then there was a few scares in there that were pretty.
That's true.
Because, yeah, it is determining whether or not something is disturbing is scary. Because, I mean, to me, certain disturbing things are scary.
That's
right?
true. Yeah, Hereditary is probably up there then. Oculus really scared me. Babadook really scared me. But we haven't watched those on the channel. Well, you haven't seen Oculus yet.
I haven't seen Oculus.
Babadook really, really scared me.
Babadook was pretty scary.
See, because I honestly think the key... You know what? That is something that makes a good horror movie. Is I feel like a lot of it is getting you into it, right? Because, like, if you're not into it, there's also a part of you that, like, either disconnects or has no problem, like, turning away when you know there's going to be a jump scare, right? Whereas if you're, like movies that make it, like, even Hill House, where it's, like, you're super interested in the story, you forget about the horror elements, first of all, and second of all, you are so glued to the screen that anything that does happen, it's terrifying because you're not like, oh, let me hide from this scary thing. You're just like, dude, what's gonna happen next? And then they just scare you.
Yeah, you're right.
It's like that stuff that like hooks you in. No, we haven't seen Invisible Man. We probably will watch it eventually.
Honestly, I feel like it's tough to make a scary movie that scares everyone exactly, because I feel like a lot of people get scared for different reasons, you know? Like, I know what would scare me, and it's, like, really scare me, and there's not much out there that is kind of, like, you know, that hits those certain specific points.
Yeah.
And so I feel like for certain people it's like that, and so, you know, you could have one movie that's not at all scary for someone, and then, like, the worst thing imaginable for another person.
Yeah. Tawny, probably not. No, we kind of do it on what is going on, so we'll probably do it on The Hobbit. But yeah, I don't know. You guys got any other questions before we get out of here? Any other live streams, anything like that? Just had a little bit of a quick live stream tonight because we got a lot to film today.
Oof, what lies beneath?
Have you seen that?
No, I remember seeing trailers about it. I think that's the one for, what, the Catacombs? Is that it?
No idea. I've never heard of it.
I think it is Hatsy Patsy. Correct me if I'm wrong. Catacombs, I think. To me, I don't think the gore to me is scary. That's just, to me, it's more of a disgust of like having to watch it. I'm kind of like,
yeah, which is why I don't really get slasher films. Like, those aren't scary to me.
It's a different type of feeling. It's not scary. Like, scary to me is like, I mean, if you watch, like, you know, heck, there's a lot of YouTube stuff out there that has, like, you know, things that aren't necessarily supposed to mean, oh, it's a threat. You know, like, oh, it's a robber with a knife. Like, it's, like, more, oh, it's, like, some tall thing with a mask or something. And then you're like, well, okay, that's a little weird.
And if they keep it weird and, like, mysterious, it is, like, it's, like, the weird body stuff. Like, it's, like, tall or, like, crawling on the ground or, like...
Yeah, or, like headless, you know, something weird like
weird
that.
Stuff like that. That is true.
Yeah. That's one of the things I feel like is the more inhuman it is, the more you feel this raw instinct of like you can't reason with it. You have to kind of...
Yeah, I feel like it's got to be a combination though, right? Because when it's like straight monster, I'm like not scared either. I feel like it's when it's like this weird, like it's like a super tall man where it's like you know what it is, but not really, right? It's like a twist on something that you know, and so your brain is like, that's freaky. Like, what is that?
Yeah, it is. It's kind of like something almost familiar, but like...
But no, something's off. Yeah, exactly. Alex, thank you so much, man. No, we're watching it as a reaction. So before we go, we are doing Conjuring 3 reaction. So get hyped for it. We just put up the last Annabelle movie, so you guys can watch that if you want. And we're gonna watch that and put it up as soon as humanly possible tomorrow. So it'll be up at some point tomorrow, as well as the full-length reaction being up on Patreon. But yeah, thanks for hanging out with us guys tonight. This is kind of a chill stream. I know it wasn't a lot. Didn't really have anything planned. We weren't gonna do it, but then I was like, hey, what the heck, let's do it. So yeah, thanks for hanging out with us. Unless you guys got anything else to say, you guys have a great night.
Alrighty. Good night, everyone.